Leader Pierre Poilievre breaking his silence. This is after losing 2 MPs in 1 week. On Thursday evening, Conservative MP for Edmonton Riverbend, Matt Jeneroux, announced that he will be stepping down from Parliament. In a post on X, Poilievre says his resignation will be effective next spring. For the latest on these developments, what a week. We've been joined once again by Robert Fife, Ottawa Bureau Chief for the Globe and Mail. What did you do? You came on the show and another guy left. I'm just kidding, Bob. Obviously, this is not your doing. But talk to me about why he left. He didn't sit as an independent. He chose to leave outright. And what does it mean the resignation is effective in the spring? What does that mean for Parliament right now?
Well, it depends on how he's going to vote. That's the decision, which we still are not 100% sure what's going to happen there. But Anne-Marie, this is one of the most bizarre stories I've seen in a long, long time. First, you have Chris Antremont leaving stunning the political world in Ottawa by crossing the floor to the Liberals. And then we'd all known that the Liberals were pursuing other MPs. And Matt Jeneroux certainly was one of the names that was mentioned. And then we were hearing all kinds of rumors that the Conservatives are putting lots of bullying and pressure on him to make sure he didn't cross the floor, and ultimately he was going to resign. And it was kind of a nasty, all of Ottawa was talking about what was going on with him. Mr. Jeneroux was giving people mixed messages of whether he was going to cross the floor or sit as an independent or even resign. And then suddenly we get this announcement from him, 2 statements. One statement saying that he was going to resign. We assumed it was going to be immediate, and that when he ran the election, he spoke very fondly of Pierre Poilievre. But in the statement after the post-election, he really didn't mention Mr. Poilievre's name, and spoke very fondly about all MPs from all parties. And that sort of got the gossip mill going in Ottawa. And a couple hours later, we get another statement from him saying that, well, he wasn't coerced, and that he likes Pierre Poilievre. And along comes Poilievre with his own statement saying what a wonderful man he is. And the government, the opposition party leader's office also puts out a statement saying very similar things. And then Chris Warkentin, who is the opposition whip, tells my colleague Stephanie Levitz, well, he's not going to cross the floor. He's going to stay as a Conservative until the spring, and he's going to vote against the main budget motion in a couple of weeks' time. So very, very bizarre story. I mean, if he was going to go and resign, and why would he just come out and say, I am going to resign. Here's the reasons why I'm going to resign, but I'm going to do this in the spring, which is also really weird. Somebody doesn't, if you're going to resign, you resign. You don't say, by the way, I'm going to resign, but it'll be in 6 months' time. Well,
especially during budget week, and especially with all the news that's surrounding. My understanding is he also had some concern for his family as well, that he expressed as well, didn't want any backlash on them. So are we to understand that he's still sitting as a Conservative MP? Is that correct?
Well, that's what Chris Warkentin says he is going to do. But when my colleague Stephanie Levitz talked to Mr. Jeneroux last night, all he said was that he is not going to cross the floor. He gave no reason for why he decided to step down, and never said that he was going to remain in the Conservative caucus. I'm assuming that Mr. Warkentin knows what he's talking about, but this story is so bizarre, I don't take anything to the bank.
Yeah, you mentioned, and others have mentioned as well, about there's pressure on other Conservative MPs to either stay or, an allure to leave. Where does that sit right now? Will there be more losses? And can Mr. Poilievre's leadership survive any more losses?
Well, those are really good questions. We know the Liberals are in hot pursuit of other Conservative MPs. And we'll see whether that comes to fruition or not. We'll probably have a better idea when we get close to the main budget vote. But the Liberals have said, no deal has been closed. But they certainly have been talking to other Conservatives aside from Mr. Jeneroux and Mr. Antremont. But the thing here is, I think Pierre Poilievre's leadership is going to be safe because he has pretty strong control of the party. So he'll probably pass the leadership vote in January. And there's also nobody who's stepping up to the plate that Conservatives can see as an alternative. But it depends on what the party, what the actual vote is. He's got to do better than 68%. If he can get around 80%, then he's fine. But if he gets below that, I think his leadership's going to be questioned.
Well, we can only wait to see what Monday brings. Robert Fife, Ottawa Bureau Chief for the Globe and Mail. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.